Hello everyone, welcome back to the maths class. I hope you all are fine. Student, till question number 6 of exercise 3.5 we have done. Today we are going to start from question number 7. Now listen question number 7. The product of three consecutive numbers is always divisible by 6. Verify this statement with the help of some examples. What is question number 7? The product of three consecutive numbers is always divisible by 6. Now here we have to find the product of three consecutive numbers and that number should be divisible by 6. Now we have to verify this statement with the help of some examples. So consecutive means continuously. Here we will take three numbers continuously. Okay, and we will find the product of three consecutive numbers and the product should be divisible by 6. Okay, now see, here I am taking three numbers 1, 2 and 3. You can see 1, 2 and 3 are three consecutive numbers and find out their product. Student, 1 into 2 into 3. 1 to the 2, 2 to the 6. The product of three consecutive numbers is equal to 6 and which is divisible by 6. Is 6 is divisible by 6? Yes, 6 is divisible by 6. Now let's take some more examples. Here I am taking three consecutive numbers 2, 3 and 4. You can find the product of 3, 2, 3 and 4. 2 3 the 6, 6 4 the 24. Which is divisible by 6? Yes. You can see 24 is divisible by 6. Yes. 6 4 the 24. Now take one more example. Here I am taking 4, 5 and 6. The product of 4, 5 and 6 equal to 120. See, 4, 5 are 20, 26 are 120. And 120, yes, which is divisible by 6. In this way, you can take more examples. Okay. I hope question number 7 is clear to everyone. Now let's move on to question number 8. The sum of two consecutive odd numbers is divisible by 4. Verify this statement with the help of some examples. So question number 8 is similar to question number 7. But here is asking the sum of two consecutive odd number is divisible by 4. Now here we have to take the sum of two consecutive odd numbers. That should be divisible by 4. Now we have to verify this statement with the help of some examples. Now see. Here we have to take two consecutive odd numbers and find out their sum. Let us take. Now here I have taken 3 and 5. Student, 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. You can see 3 and 5 both are two consecutive odd numbers and their sum is equal to 8 and 8 which is divisible by 4. Now let's take one more example. Here I am taking 5 and 7. Student, 5 and 7 are two consecutive odd numbers. 5 plus 7 is equal to 12 and their sum is equal to 12 which is divisible by 4. Now see one more example. Now I am taking 7 and 9. So 7 plus 9 equal to 16 and 16 which is divisible by 4. So in this way you can take so many examples. I hope question number 8 is clear to everyone. Now let's move on to question number 9. In which of the following expressions prime factorization has been done? So what do you mean by prime factorization? A composite number can be shown as the product of prime factors. This is called prime factorization. Means all numbers should be prime numbers. Now see A part. 24 is equal to 2 into 3 into 4. You can see here 4 is a composite number. So this expression is not a prime factorization because here 4 is a composite number. Means all numbers should be prime numbers. So it is not a prime factorization. Okay. Now see B part. 56 is equal to 7 into 2 into 2 into 2. 56 is equal to 7 into 3 times 2. So yes, it is a prime factorization because all numbers are prime numbers. You can see here 7 into 2 into 2 into 2 equal to 56 and all these numbers are prime numbers. So this is a prime factorization. In B part, prime factorization has been done. Now C part. 70 is equal to 2 into 5 into 7. So you can see here 70 is equal to 2 into 5 into 7. All these numbers are, yes, prime numbers. So prime factorization has been done in C part. Now D part, 54 is equal to 2 into 3 into 9. So you can see here is 9 and 9 is a composite number. So it is not a prime factorization. Only B part and C part prime factorization has been done. Is it clear? Yes. Now see question number 10. Determine if 25110 is divisible by 45. Determine if this number is divisible by 45. 5 and 9 are co-prime numbers. Test the divisibility of the number by 5 and 9. See here student. Question number 10. 45 can be written as 5 into 9 because 5 9 the 45. Okay. Where 5 and 9 are co-prime numbers. Student, I told you earlier, two numbers having only one as a common factor are called co-prime numbers. You can see here 5 and 9 are co-prime numbers. See 5. The factors of 5 are 1 and 5. Okay, 9. The factors of 9 are 1, 3 and 9. So you can see common factor is 1. So it means 5 and 9 are co-primes number. Okay. Now here we will check the divisibility by 5 and 9 both. So student, now check the divisibility by 5. How to check the divisibility by 5? Now take the number is given 25110. Its unit digit is 0. You can see here unit digit is 0. If the unit digit is either 0 or 5, it means the given number is divisible by 5. So you can see here unit digit is equal to 0. So 25110 is divisible by 5. Now we will check the divisibility by 9. So now what is the divisibility of 9? Sum of its digit is divisible by 9. So we will find the sum of its digit. Now see 2 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1 plus 0. 2 plus 5, yes, 7. 7 plus 1, 8. 8 plus 1, 9. 9 plus 0 equal to 9. Which is divisible by 9. 9 is divisible by 9? Yes. So 25110 is also divisible by 9. You can see here this number is divisible by both 5 and 9. Since the number is divisible by both 5 and 9, it means the given number is divisible by 45 also. So here we will write hence 25110 is divisible by 45. I hope question number 10 is clear to everyone. Now let's move on to question number 11. 18 is divisible by both 2 and 3. It is also divisible by 2 into 3 equal to 6. Similarly, a number is divisible by both 4 and 6. Can we say that the number must also be divisible by 4 into 6 equal to 24? If not, give an example to justify your answer. Okay student, here answer is no. Why? See, because number 12 is divisible by both 4 and 6. You can see here 12 is divisible by both 4 and 6. But 12 is not divisible by 24. So this statement will be no. Answer is no because 12 is divisible by both 4 and 6. But 12 is not divisible by 24. So this statement will be no. Understood? Now see last question 12. I am the smallest number having 4 different prime factors. Can you find me? What is question number 12? I am the smallest number having 4 different prime factors. Can you find me? Student, firstly you have to write first 4 prime factors. Okay, students, see here. The smallest 4 prime numbers are 2, 3, 5 and 7. Now these are the smallest 4 prime numbers 2, 3, 5 and 7. Now let us find their product. 2 into 3 into 5 into 7. Student, 2 3 is 6. 6 5 is 30. 37 is 210. So required number is 210. I hope today's topic is clear to everyone. Thank you. Have a great day.